indescribable 1981. I once said in an old video, I can't remember which one, that a lot of us know that we have ancestors or grandparents or great parents, that grandparents that were smart and intelligent and they did things the old way. And a lot of us know we have a lot of ancestors and stuff like that that came before us, of spiritual predecessors that did stupid, dumb shit. And we had to correct a lot of that through generational curses and behavior patterns. But one thing I noticed about my grandma on my mother's side is she raised three beautiful daughters. One of my aunties passed. I have my mother and then my other auntie. They sisters. But one thing I noticed about their mother, my grandmother, was they took in a lot that they learned from their mother. But a lot of their mother ways, I see that she did that was spiritual and traditional. My mother and my auntie don't even do that. Now, this not to bash them. It's just you have children in a family where they had their mother that did certain things, and every single thing didn't rub off from their mother to the daughters. Now, they had respect. They had, they were smart. They was intelligent. They always had fun. They knew how to enjoy life. They knew how to stretch money and manage and cook. They learned a lot from their mother and how she dealt with people and, loved their children, overprotective, sensitive. But one thing I noticed about my grandmother that I don't see my mother or my auntie do, and this is not to bash my mother and my auntie, but as far as living traditional in a righteous way. Now, my mother and my auntie do cover their bodies. They're respectable women, I say that. They don't really cover their heads like that. They wear wigs. Their hair is pretty much gone and bald because of the heavy usage of perms and relaxers back in the day, which damaged our dark-skinned women hair. And they don't have their hair no more. But my grandmother, their mother, when she died in her 80s, by 84, when she died, she had her full head of hair. No patches, no bald spots, no scabs. Her natural hair she had all her life. She was bow-legged, South Carolina girl. She was a Gemini, so she was an air element. She was spiritual. She kept her head covered. Always had a scarf, kind of like a shawl. And she never wore pants or jeans. She always wore skirts, long skirts and dresses. My grandmother. So she was more spiritual and more connected to the Most High than her daughters were. I hate to say it, but that's my grandmother. These things that I noticed now after the fact. So, my auntie and my mother can't even outdo my grandmother. They have her ways. They learned the wisdom from their mother, and they love their mother dearly. And she did things and took them places. Their real followers in and out. But my grandmother, she was unique, and even her own daughters turned out good. One of them passed away. My auntie and my mother, they turned out to be good women. They still good women. But they lost their hair because of the perm and chemicals. That wasn't natural for our Native American, dark-skinned women. And they don't cover their head. They don't cover their head with no type of cloth or scarf to connect with the Most High and keep their energy feel right. They throw wigs of other people's hair and spirits, go to work, and a lot of things and spirits attached to the, when they hear me talk like this, they think I'm crazy. But I see a lot of things that grandma did that I noticed and wonder why she was the way she was. Grandma was truly connected to spirit, and she had strong faith. These are things that I noticed about my grandmother. This is not to pick or make fun of no other relative in the family. My grandmother, she was on point. And the funeral was beautiful. Always kept her head covered, died with her natural hair, no bald spots, no patches, no alopecia. Uh, told me to watch your thoughts. Respect goes a long way. And I never saw my grandma wear pants or jeans. She always wore dresses and long skirts. You feel me? So whatever down there, grandma was fully open and in tune as a woman. And it's just small things I noticed about her that my mother and my auntie don't do. Covering their head, you know, uh, you know, uh, keeping your body covered, your neck, you know, uh, just dressing ladylike. My grandmother did that. That's all I have to say.